joined by Tim after a 1-0 defeat. Just firstly, give me your overall thoughts on what you saw tonight this afternoon.
War of attrition, absolute war of attrition. We started slowly. I felt like I didn't think we looked like scoring for 90 minutes. The only real chance we had a free kick where we stood and stretched, put a fantastic ball in, and we don't get a contact on it. We got 3 or 4 in the vicinity who look like they should throw themselves at it, and they don't. They had a breeze behind them in the first half, and they pinned us in. They put quality in behind us. To be fair, they were just lobbing balls back in behind us, contesting them and winning stuff higher up the pitch, landing on seconds. Which, listen, with all due respect, we have a analysis meeting, pre-match, whether it's a Monday or for a Tuesday game or a Thursday, and that's basically the long and the short of it. Stamford have got a massive size physically. They're huge, and they pin you in. And if you're not savvy enough to land on seconds and track runners and whatever, then you'll get done. And from our perspective, it was a poor goal. It's obviously the lad that's playing in sort of the 10 pocket for him, and he's run from deep. We haven't tracked him, or we haven't passed him on, and we haven't communicated. He's run through and slotted it. And then, I can't be honest, from then I didn't think either side looked like scoring. I don't think Ronnie's had a shot to save, and their lad certainly hasn't. And it's a typical step 3 sort of football match where it's just basically smashed out in the middle of the pitch, and that's it. There's nothing really to write home about. But we've just found ourselves. This is this league, isn't it? You find yourself in the last 2 games getting yourself on the right side of a 1-0 scoreline. Prior to that, we were on the wrong side of it for 2 games. Now we're back on the wrong side of it again. And in the end, if you want to get out of this division, you've got to come to these places, and you've got to go wherever you go, and you stop falling on the wrong side. Everyone gets beat, but we fall on the wrong side of a 1-goal margin too often. But listen, in the end, the lads have given everything they've got, but I didn't think we was good enough, and I didn't think we were savvy enough today. Sometimes you let great big sides get set from set pick. Put your hand on and play. The sting's on early, and we're a little bit dull, but listen, it's a work in progress, and we'll crack on.
And trying to spin it onto the positives, obviously you had Dylan Barker's that come onto the pitch today for a debut, so what do you sort of make of his performance, and what sort of positives have you sort of got this afternoon?
Well, obviously Dylan got a run out. Johnny and Gandu was on the pitch. Dodsey got on. We've had Dodsey on loan from Taylor Dodds from Birmingham, and with the way our back lads are, it's hard for him to get in the team. So Dodsey's come on with Ethan pulling up late on. There's quite a few all the subs were used today. In the end, from probably 5 minutes into the second half, I'm looking at chasing a 1-goal scoreline. So I'm trying just about everything in the book to try and get us a goal, to take something out of this football match. But in the end, you have to say, whatever we tried, we didn't really. I don't remember their goalie getting his gloves dirty, if I'm honest with you, which is not like us. In fairness, we usually have a little bit of final third penetration, etc. But no. But positives. Listen, you lose a football match, it's hard sometimes, and I'm one of them that I don't take it great. So once I've calmed down a little bit and thought about it, listen, they give everything they've got. That's the long and the short of it, and they have done since I came in. And for that, but that is a prerequisite in the end. If you want to play football, then that's an absolute must, and it's a given, especially if you're playing with me, because if you're not, you won't be here very long. So that's that. Listen, we've been beating a game where we've lapsed in concentration for a second or two, concede, and then they see the rest of the whatever it was. I don't know what time it was, but certainly in 75 minutes they've seen them out quite comfortably, really, without either team laying much of a glove on each other in the 18-yard box.
And just moving on, you've got 3 home games now, so you've got obviously Kettering, then you got Leiston and Sudbury. So what sort of challenges do they pose, and what sort of things do you want to see going into the Kettering match, which is next?
Well, the challenge is this tranche of 4 games, including Stamford. They're top 7. They're all top 7 teams. So that is a tough run of fixtures. Obviously, we're at home, which is, you'd like to think's an advantage, but their teams chasing either the Championship or / playoff places. I've been at spoke to the lads at length in terms of what I expect from this running, if you like. I think we've got 10 left now, 10 or 9, and from that running, I'm already looking next year. We're already looking how we're going to take this team forward and try and be a threat around the playoffs rather than chasing our tail in the bottom half, and we made a real fist of trying to get away from the bottom. And I mean, listen, up until today the lads have took 30 points out of a possible 45, and that's decent return. If you do your sums and multiply that through, then you're comfortably finishing the playoffs over a 42 game season. But unfortunately we left ourselves with far too much to do by the look of it. But what we want to do is be very, very competitive between now and the end of the season. I want to pick points up. I don't want to see us thinking we're got nothing to play for and giving teams a leg up. Absolutely no chance, not while I'm here. And by the way, we just got to make double sure that we don't get reeled back in. Those last 2 wins obviously gave us a bit of breathing space, but that can soon dissipate if you're not on your game. So listen, if you can't get up for Kettering at home, Leiston at home, you can't get up for Sudbury at home, then you ain't going to be here. It's as simple as that. But they're a good group, and I like them a lot, and they've given me everything they've got. So we keep taking that and then trying to make ourselves better, and we will make ourselves better, and we will recruit. And I'd like to think we'll be a better side in the coming weeks and certainly next season. So we'll crack on and see what happens.